Well, we'll put it to you this way. The Sooner Knight in a white horse, Dylan Gabriel, holds off his former team and the UCF Knights in a 39-22 shootout in Norman. We'll tell you how it happened, plus statistics, and a couple of the big-time plays in this one, as the Sooner Knight in a white horse, that's Dylan Gabriel, holds off the UCF Knights 31-29. Stay tuned! Welcome back to the show, everybody. Welcome back. I think you guys know me. I'm Harry James. Well, as we already know, the Sooner Knight in a white horse, that's Dylan Gabriel, holds off the UCF Knights 31-29 in a Sooner Classic. Passing statistics in this one: 10, the current UCF QB, by the way, John Rice Plumlee, 248 passing, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks, and a long pass from 86 yards. The former Knight and current Sooner Dylan Gabriel was number 8 for the Sooners and had 253 yards, 3 touchdowns, did have the costly interception, and a long completion from 42 yards. The leading rushing tandem, we'll start with the Knights, where they had 7 R.J. Harvey, 23 carries, 101 yards on the ground, didn't have a touchdown, and a long-distance shot run from 54 yards. Also, number 3, Xavier Townsend carried it twice for 38 yards, 0 touchdowns, and a long-distance run from 20 yards. The other side of the coin, the Oklahoma main running backs includes number 24, Marcus Major, who had 18 attempts yesterday for 86 yards, 0 touchdowns, and a long-distance shot run from 13 yards. Gavin Sawchuk also did his part with 10 attempts, 63 yards. This one is a touchdown, and the longest touchdown was from 30 yards. Wide receivers for both sides. Start with UCF, who has number 1, Javon Baker, I should say, and 13, Randy Pittman. We'll start with 1, Javon Baker, 5 catches to go for 134 yards, 2 touchdowns in the ballgame to keep it close, including that 84-yard bomb at the end of the first half for a long pass. Randy Pittman also played well last night, catching 2 balls for 50 yards, 0 touchdowns, and a long-distance shot from 39 yards receiving. For Oklahoma, Nick Anderson, where's number 4 for the Sooners? Oh, yeah! And you know who also did his part. 12 Drake Stoops eventually would have to make an appearance in the receptions committee, right? And yards and all that. He is this time. We'll start with Nick Anderson. Lil Nick, as some call him, 5 catches for 105 and 2 touchdowns, including a long-distance completion from 42 yards. While 12 Drake Stoops has a different kind of legacy with the Sooners. Not really a brother that played for the Sooners, but his dad coached with the Sooners. This Sooner legend Legacy, had 7 receptions to go with 60 yards and a touchdown in his own right, and a long distance reception from 14 yards. That was his longest of the night. So that's enough on offense. Let's talk defense now. Walter Yates was that guy for UCF. Number 27, Walter Yates. And 0, Jason Johnson was the other guy. 27, Walter Yates, 10 total tackles. 0 forced fumbles, 0 fumbles recovered, 0 picks from linebacker. And 0, Jason Johnson, 9 total tackles, 0 forced fumbles, 0 fumbles recovered, 0 picks from linebacker. Oklahoma's half of the game, you knew eventually he'd get back in there as the leading tackler on the season, on the night for the Sooners, being the season tackling leader for the Sooners. And that is 28 Danny Stutzman. He's back. 12 total tackles and a forced fumble. 0 fumbles recovered, 0 picks from linebacker. The defensive back, safety, corner, Key Lawrence is the other main tackler on the night. 9 total tackles, 0 forced fumbles, 0 fumbles recovered, 0 picks for the Sooners. That way. Punting, Mitch McCarthy does it for UCF. 7 punts, 39.0 average, 1 ball landed inside the 20-yard line, 0 touchbacks, and a long punt from 49 yards. For Oklahoma, it was all about number 48, Luke Nzinga, who was given the sole rights to punt tonight. 5 punts for him, 51.6 in average, 4 balls inside the 20, 1 touchback, and a long-distance punt from 58 yards. The kickers for these special teams, we'll start with UCF. Boomer! That's right, 35, Colton Boomer. 3 for 3 for Colt. Kicks from 21, 42, and a long punt. Kick, field goal from 48 yards. The longest field goal, of course, 48 yards on the night. For the Sooners, Zach Schmidt, 1 for 3 for 33%. Missed 2 kicks. From 38 and 43 yards, did make a 25-yarder up and good to make the 1 make. All right, so now we've gone over offense, defense, special teams. Now, how did we get to a 31-29 final? Well, here's how we got there. It took them a while, but the Sooners did get on the board first, though. With a 29-yard touchdown pass from Dylan Gabriel, the former UCF quarterback, Dylan Gabriel, to his new team of Oklahoma, specifically number 4, Nick Anderson. Did it with 7:48 left. Sooners lead 7-0. But not for long, because in the second quarter, the current UCF quarterback, John Rice Plumlee, takes it himself for a 1-yard touchdown run in the second quarter. 11:49 left, and we are all tied at 7s. Then Colton Boomer. Not Boomer Sooner, Colton Boomer. 21-yard field goal up and good. We have a UCF lead of 10-7 with 4:01 left in the half. Then Dylan Gabriel hooks up with Nick Anderson again from 42 yards out. And with a 1:51 left, the Sooners lead 14-10. Then things got kind of scary hairy. 10, John Rice Plumlee hits number 1, Javon Baker, with an 86-yard touchdown pass. With 1:24 left, UCF leads 17-14. But not before. The half is almost over, but not before Zach Schmidt makes his one and only make of the night to make it all 17s. with no time left on the clock. Second half was all about the Boomer again. That Boomer guy, their Boomer, started off with a 48-yarder, 35 Colton Bonner, 48-yard field goal up and good, 20-17, 11:51 left with UCF leading. UCF then adds to their lead with their Boomer from 46 yards out, 23-17, 4:28 left. Sooners trail UCF Knights lead. But in the fourth quarter, winning time, Oklahoma had a little trouble with this last year. Not this year. And, by the way, they do it again in the fourth. Starting it off with 9:16 left. Dylan Gabriel hits 12 Drake Stoops with an 11-yard touchdown pass. 24-23. Sooners back on top. 19-6 there. Sooners then add in some icing on top of the cake with a little flavor from the running game. A 30-yard run. This one, by the way, also in the end zone, by the way. Gavin Sawchuk, 30-yard touchdown run. 31-23 with 3:13 left. Sooners lead, but that left just enough time for another hookup between number 10, John Rice Plumley, and Javon Baker, who wears number 1 from 10-1 from 12 yards out. That makes it 31-29 with 1:16 left. UCF did, however, miss their 2-point conversion. All that excitement, guys, you can pick my 2 plays. Hate me or love me. My top offensive play, Jeff Lebby's offensive call of the game, was the 29-yard touchdown run. By the way, that might be a season-long, not only for Sawchuk, but for the Sooners, I do believe. And, by the way, it counts for a touchdown, which is even better than that. So there is that. And Ted Roof's defensive play of the game was the failed 2-point conversion by UCF. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. As you guys already know, I am taking my nephew. My sister, nephew, and I are going to Arlington to catch our old buddy CeeDee Lamb, as they will play the Rams next week. So it will be a while till the review for Kansas and the preview from Oklahoma State is out. But it will be out. Week 10 also picks, by the way, also be in on that information. As we already talked about, though, that will I will get that out. Might be a little later than usual, but it will get out and promise you be better than ever. Alright, guys, until then, you guys know me, I'm Harry James. Check this out and all my other videos on Facebook, Harry James Taylor, Twitter at TheHypeManHarry, or the YouTube page, 1982 Boomer Sooner. Alright, guys, thanks for watching, and until later days, Boomer, good win for the Sooners, 31-29. Alright, guys, enjoy the week. See y'all later, Boomer Sooner.